Hello, welcome to Razmafzar TV. My name is Hayden Lewis, and earlier Frank Perrin, made a video on what his preference was for Khanjar or card, which I don't own one, but for example, I'm using my Scottish dirk. Surprisingly, the dirk is a single-edged dagger, quite long, but they actually use it in a reverse grip, or otherwise known as an ice pick grip with a thumb over. And the reason why they grip it like that is because when I go to pierce with it, if I hold it here and my hands are slippery, or just enough force and I can't hold on, my hand could slip off onto the blade. So that's why they brace it with their thumb. But you can also use knives like this, like in a more traditional knife fighting grip. This is a single edge, much like a card. So this is what I'm going to use for an example. So maybe this comparison isn't as fair as others, but I would still like to voice my opinion. So as we all know, the Khanjar is a double-edged curved dagger or knife, and to me, I prefer this one over the card because simply of its versatility. So I come from a martial arts background, and I also competed MMA, and I have a lot of boxing experience, and this translates very well to a lot of punching technique. Also, because it's double-edged, so when I throw a hook, I can violently bring it back and it still has that edge. Another thing I've come to realize about anything curved blades is you can still pierce, but even if I miss with the tip, it's still going to catch this whole edge and do a pretty devastating, or potentially do a pretty devastating push cut. So for me, this blade is less of a training curve than other blades. And I have knife fighting experience too. Not necessarily competing and or actually fighting someone with a knife, but technique wise. And I just really think this blade is one of the most versatile blades I've ever handled, to be honest. You can even use it like a sickle. You can use it this way, reverse grip, and then Frank also mentioned hooking. And this is much like a claw because of this double edge. So if I'm hooking and they have little armor, or I get in between their gap, it's going to be cutting into them and hooking them even more effectively than if it was a flat edge. So to me, this is my favorite melee weapon in Razmafzar and overall, because it's not long like a shamshir and it's not cumbersome like a shamshir or other weapons, and it's something that you can carry, and it's something, like I've been talking about this whole time, that's super versatile, and I could use both ways. Even with the way it's gripped, I could still hold it very well, if not better, in a knife fighting grip if I were to use this edge. Or not this edge, this grip, forgive me. So I have not handled the Khanjar yet, and I do plan on getting one pretty soon. But to me, it's a single-edged knife, so the back cuts with it aren't as effective. And just imagine if this dirk was double-edged. It would be, I feel like it would be so much better. So that's another reason why I think I would prefer the Khanjar. And I'll make another update video when I get a card. But also I would like to mention my first ever Persian style of blade was a kame. And I got it 5-6 years ago. And I wanted a short blade that was about as long as the sticks used in Filipino martial arts, because that's what I was practicing under my father. And I wanted it to be double-edged because with the stick you come back a lot, so my process, or my thought process was, you can come with a swing and come back with a back cut as well. And the reason why I picked the Kame was, one, I found it on sale for a very good price, and I saw a lot of videos on the type of Kame I bought, and it held up very well, and the steel was very good quality steel for a very low price. Also, the way the Kame is shaped into a point has a noticeable, what I would call a percussion point. And I will pull up my Kame right now to show you. Okay, back. So this is the Kame I got. It's made out of a spring steel. I don't recall what kind, but it's held up this whole time I've had it. But this is what I'm talking about. This corner right here is a good point or reference point for when you actually do cleave or slash with it, but it's also a very good stabber as long as you angle your wrist and have the right grip. So, I mean, it's a lot like a gladius, that's what people say, and I tend to agree with that, and that's part of the reason why I got it, because I think gladius is a good design as well, but I like this style of handle better. And I just find it funny that my first ever short sword is a blade that we use in Razmafzar. So if you liked the video, like and share, and please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.